What is up? At a shop right now, as you guys can see, this is a 2-in-1. I guess we're touring two companies, but it's the same owners. So we get to tour a rental company, which is really awesome, and they also build vans. Two separate companies, two separate names. We're gonna get into both of them. Husband and wife own it. It's fantastic. Access Vehicles in Roamerica. They only work with one brand of van, which is really awesome. So we're gonna get into all of that in this video. Here we go. Hey guys.
Hey Jared.
I got Taylor on my left, Gretchen on my right.
I'm Taylor.
Yeah.
This is Gretchen.
Well, I said my left. I said my left.
I don't know.
Did I screw that up?
Nope.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my God. You had me questioning my own directions just now. Gretchen right now is going to show off, I guess, the rental company, right? Which is Roamerica, which you're wearing the shirt. Thank you.
Yes.
You guys even corded the shirts.
We're out of all the other laundry. That's all we had.
You're going to show us your rental company, and we're later on we're going to show, because you have rentals out right now. So we're going to show those later.
Great. They're coming back. We have two coming back at the same time. So
Cool.
show them.
And you have your personal rig, and then you have another over here as well.
Yep, that's Betty. This is Delta.
Betty and Delta. Do you have all the name? Do you have names for all of the rentals?
Yep. Coming back today is Gronk and Bravo.
Gronk?
Yeah,
Like the football player?
Yeah,
That's right, go
'cause
Pirates.
Gronk-
Oh, that's right. You're a
Boston.
fellow Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he could actually fit in that van.
Well, yeah. Show me what you got here.
All right, this is Delta. Delta is 4-wheel drive, converted by Sportsmanville. Private party when we bought it, but this is like one of the favorite rigs.
You started the rental company before you started Access.
Yes.
So you bought these like sportsmobiles, and then you guys outfitted them more for you.
Correct.
For the
yeah,
Roamerica.
for the rental kind of crew, because so for like example with Delta, this is a year-round rig. So we added the heater, we added the cooking inside, the sink, the water, and then we outfitted obviously with all the gear and everything as well.
That's awesome.
And this is also a favorite, you know, it has the big pop top inside, windows up there with the screens, and curtains and everything. So it's just kind of a nice.
And you just popped this up for me, and I'm really upset that I did not get it on camera, but that's okay.
Do you want me to do it again?
No, it's okay.
So easy.
Is
the
it?
The other is you just press a button.
So this is the only one that's not mechanical. Delta is a non-mechanical pop top. And then you can rent, do you have a minimum on your rentals?
Number of days or nights.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty flexible, but usually it's just like 3 days.
That's your personal.
This is our personal. This isn't a rental.
So that's not a
This is like
rental.
the demo. This is like the demo rig. This is where we test gear, accessories, everything.
So that's not for rent, but so technically you only have one rental here, but how many do you have in your fleet?
We have 5 in our fleet.
And they're
We
all
sold
gone.
half our fleet
Yeah.
in March.
Did you really?
We weren't sure, I mean, what was going to happen, right?
Right.
And what a great time to buy a van. So we just
You sold
put the
half?
fleet for sale, and they all sold.
Well, that's perfect timing because that's right when you started Access.
Right, and we can always build more.
Right. And we'll get
So
into
it's
Access
not
later
too-
on.
Yeah.
I'm going to step inside if that's okay. Oh, wow. So this is a separate sleeping quarters upstairs, I guess.
Yeah, so right
upstairs.
above your head is actually the second platform.
Okay.
That right now there's some wires like on cleats that hold it up,
Yeah.
and then you just lower it down and it rests just kind of on those rails. And then this that you're sitting on, the sofa bed, just folds out like a futon, and that matches up to the platform in the back, and that's a bed as well. So the bottom bed's a little bit wider. The kids love the upper bunk. It becomes like a total fort to them.
Though these are total like adventure vehicles is what
Right.
you guys focus on.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like we get a lot of solo travelers, we get a lot of just travelers, you know, people that like the adventure, and skiers, surfers, kayakers, backpackers, hikers, just anybody that's kind of into the outdoors. And then, you know, we also have the folks that are used to doing the tent camping and they just kind of want a little bit of a change, something a little easier or nicer, or they're trying to convince somebody to go camping with them, and this is a really easy way to convince them. But we have a van.
Not your average camper would not want to do a tent. So
Right.
they're going to be like, let's go into a van
Yep.
and be safe.
Yeah.
Although
And
tents are fine.
They are totally fine, but this is a lot more comfortable. And there's like no setup. If you want to just go to a new spot, you just bring the pop top down and lock it up, and
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And you
so
can
easy.
pretty much take this anywhere. This is a 4x4.
This is a 4x4, yes.
Are
And
all of your rentals 4x4s?
No.
Okay.
We have 2 4-wheel drive, 3 2-wheel drive, but we're building out 4-wheel drive, another 4-wheel drive. Well, I was just gonna say, we just try to make it easy on customers, right? We'll even provide the reading material, and who doesn't love a good overland journal, right?
Do you give them like spots to go?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
But that's what paper mats are for.
Okay.
We don't do like GPS or phones.
You don't
because-
use like the apps that everybody loves, which is like the
I
Overlander?
I think it's great, but we want to teach people how to learn, like they need to figure out how to use a map.
Okay.
It's important to
I
use
agree.
a paper map because we've met so many people on the trail, just in our own travels, that are staring at their phone doing this.
And sometimes you don't have service.
There's no service.
Yeah.
Right? And so they actually take pictures of our maps and then they go from there. And we're like, carry maps, please.
Yeah, seriously.
At the end of the day, batteries die.
Yup.
Right? And so we'll set customers up. We're like, all right, what's your general destination, right?
I love maps.
Pick a mountain,
Yeah.
pick a stream, pick a river, pick somewhere that you want to be around, and then we'll go from there. And then we can actually teach them how to navigate based on the map.
And you
and
literally
pencil
teach
it in.
people how to like read a map.
Yes, it's actually quite common that folks have never used one. I mean, right? So it's
you
not
know,
too big of a deal, but
I thought you were younger than me, so I figured that I know how to use a map because I was taught that way. But I
Right.
would think most people in their mid to late 30s know how to and above.
I would think.
But no?
But no.
Wow.
I know, but they do now after they rent from us.
Not only do you guys have these really cool adventure 4x4s and some two wheels, you teach people on how to do stuff.
Yes.
That's
because
really,
at the
really
end
awesome.
Of the day, they're going to want to continue to do this.
Yeah,
Right? And
yeah.
now they know how and they feel comfortable. And our biggest thing, too, is like building the confidence so
Yeah.
that they can do it on their own.
How many people after renting say, I want to now build through Access? Now, Access is still new.
Access is still new. That's a hard, usually it's, I want my own van, so I want to rent to
Yep.
make sure I like it.
Yep.
We say, yes, please do, because it's not for everybody.
Which is a beautiful thing, which is now you have both
Right,
companies.
so now we say, yep, come rent from us, and then if you end up liking it, we'll talk to you about our other company, Access.
Yep.
We can get you in your own van, and then we just credit them a few days of their rental off the purchase price of the van.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty
easy.
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice, and it's kind of a nice little bonus for the customer, too. I mean, they just spent money on a rental, so they
Yeah.
want to buy their own van. Right.
Beautiful thing of having two companies side by side. All right.
And being small enough, and Taylor and I are just in it every day, that we can just be like, yeah, you're good. Like this one didn't come with a sink or water or a
It didn't.
stove or a heater.
So you guys put all this galley in yourself?
Yeah, well, it came with the fridge.
Yep.
And it came with these cabinets and the countertop, but that was just all one solid. And Taylor did the sink and the stove. This
And-
was a number of years ago.
Right. And how long? Well, this was one of your first. Is it Delta? Delta was one of your first, right?
ABC. It was the fourth.
Oh, really? Did you
We
sell
got them-
ABC?
We did.
Was it
No,
Alpha,
we have
Beta,
Bravo. We have Bravo.
Alpha, Bravo? Was it Alpha, Bravo?
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, but we changed it to Gronk. we have Hotel. We sold India. We
So
have
sometimes
India.
you will sell your rentals.
Yeah, we sold Lima, Oscar, November. We sold Foxtrot. We sold Alpha. We sold Charlie.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, we've sold a lot, which is why we started asking.
Why you were like, wait a minute, we're selling so many rigs. You guys only build on one chassis.
Correct.
You only build on which chassis?
Fords.
Fords.
Yep.
Do you guys have a reason for this?
Yes.
Why? And I'll
So-
probably ask him probably similar questions.
Yeah, well, I guess my own personal reason may differ for his. I hope there is some parallel with them. But we like to be off the grid, deep, where nobody else is. And
Okay.
if something were to happen with mechanically,
Yep.
right, with our van, we or somebody we find on the trail will know how to fix it,
More than likely with a Ford.
right?
If you're in the States, yeah, or Canada, yeah.
Canada, even Mexico.
Even Mexico, yep.
Everybody has Ford parts. And that's the reason. And they're just absolute workhorses.
They are.
We don't like tinkering on our vans because we like to be out doing stuff. We have newer vehicles that we're building, but we aren't going to be doing the pop tops, right?
You're not.
No.
So you're
Like
going to be
in-house
going,
build.
are you doing all transits for your new fleets?
Transits now for the new fleets.
I think we're going to meet up with, we're not going to show you guys' rig because it's literally, it's
our personal
your
rig.
personal rig, number one, but also like you said, you guys are, it's a test rig.
It is. You'll see a lot of different companies on this vehicle.
I mean, you guys,
Between the
yeah.
front and the rear and the top.
And you guys got blow up paddle boards, which is really rad.
Quite the demo.
I actually was in there earlier and I saw the two child seats in the back.
Oh yeah,
all
that's
seatbelted in?
Yep, all of our vans are car seat friendly because that's important.
'Cause
And
people have
dog
kids.
friendly. Yeah,
And dog
we have-
friendly, yeah.
We have dogs and kids, so they have to.
There you go. All right, let's go catch up with Taylor and see what he's doing, and we're gonna get kind of an inside look of what Access is all about.
Sounds great.
All right, cool. What's up, bud?
Hey man, how are you?
Good. It's fun to come over to this side of the business now.
Yeah.
The access side.
Yeah, you spent some time at rentals now. Glamorous shop we have here.
I think it's great, man.
Yeah.
It's a great space. You're in a good area. You know, get the high ceilings. Can't beat it, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great spot.
We got an airport behind us. I don't know if you guys just heard the.
We got an airport. We got helicopters, and you might see an Amazon jet fly by.
Amazon jet.
Yeah, because Amazon's right there and FedEx.
Oh, really?
So
So Jeff comes in.
he comes in. Yeah, I mean, he comes over to look at vans.
Does he? He comes and checks them out. So access vehicles. Now we're on the access side of things.
Yeah.
And you're going to show me what one Progress van is going to be like.
Sure.
But even before we get into that, like,
Yep.
kind of just walk me around, man. Like, what do you got going on here? You got a whole bunch
Yeah.
of crap here on the table. You got.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say crap,
It
but.
looks really messy. We try to keep it really tight, but we're mid work day right now.
Well, I mean, I did pick a good day to come and film with you, but with our schedules,
Yeah.
man, you are a busy guy, busy family.
Sometimes it seems a little crazy, but you know, when you live it every day, it's just every day. So,
Well, it's a weekend right now, and you're here working.
Yeah.
This is you're grinding.
yeah, it's
So,
the summertime. Everybody wants a van, whether to buy one or rent one. So
it's beautiful.
yeah, people happy. We started buying pre-converted sportsmobiles.
Yep.
Two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive ones, and
Yep.
renting those. Sportsmobile does just a phenomenal job with building, but it's not really. They weren't really specific to what our customers were using them for. And our customers typically being people that wanted to get deep off the grid, whether it was go skiing or mountain biking or surfing, and a lot of dirt road use, a lot of dispersed camping.
You're not buying sportsmobiles anymore.
Correct. Well, we'll still buy some. If a good one comes up, we'll definitely
Okay.
buy one. They're just so hard to find, especially now everybody wants a rig. Really hard to find them. After our first year of renting, we quickly realized that we're going to have to build in-house. I've got a pretty strong construction background, so we just kind of dove into it.
Yeah, I just found out you sold your construction company years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
To start this, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty
Cool.
much.
Congrats.
Thank you. We basically came up with a system that we could repeat very easily and very quickly, that was really durable, really simple, but also had to be really easy for a first-time van user to understand.
Access builds for Roam.
Correct.
That's technically what it
pretty
does.
much,
Yeah, that's what it
We're all
does.
the
Yeah.
same company, you know,
Yeah.
like we're under the same roof. We have two separate companies, but pretty much that's what Access is doing.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, we were renting our own vans for a few years, side by side next to the sportsmobiles, and a lot of people really just kind of liked our designs, and they wanted to buy vans. We had a couple extra vans at the end of last year that we sold, and then we had a bunch more people find out about it, and next thing you know, we got a bunch of orders, and we decided that we needed to have two separate brands, and that's when we came up with Axis Vehicle Outfitters. Launched that in February. We've been charging ever since, and so we've got 3 floor plans that we offer right now.
That's awesome.
Yep, we primarily focus on 2 vans. We focus on the Ford Transit and we focus on the Ford Econoline.
So Ford only.
At this point, yes.
Okay, I've already asked Gretchen this. Why Ford? Why only Ford, I should say.
At this point, they check all the boxes.
Okay.
You can get them fixed anywhere. Their EcoBoost motor and their naturally aspirated 3.7 liter motor is phenomenal. It's got a ton of power. They're reliable. We've had 0 problems with rentals. We're saying that, but literally we haven't had any problems. The maintenance is really low on them. The overall gross vehicle weight rating is very high on them. Even after our builds are done, you still have 1.5 tons of payload. Our builds are light, but also the van is very strong. And you know, you can get them fixed anywhere. You get parts anywhere. They just kind of really made sense. The other vans are amazing. I think the Sprinters are incredible. The issue is it's hard to find them. They're very expensive to both buy and maintain, and even finding a place to maintain them while you're on the road is difficult.
A lot of your conversions are 4x4s.
Correct.
Have you had a 2020 yet?
We have not had. We've driven them. We haven't converted one in house yet.
The 4-wheel drive
All-wheel
2020s. The all-wheel drive. Sorry. All-wheel
Jesus,
drive,
get
yeah.
it together.
The all-wheel drive 2020s. You haven't had your hands on them yet,
Correct. We haven't built one yet.
but you want to, obviously.
Yeah, so the all-wheel drives are a really good option for people that need more traction, but aren't going to be going like in deep sand and deep snow and doing like really articulated off-road type travel. Because it's still
Okay.
an all-wheel drive system, which is
Right.
essentially a 2-wheel drive system until one of the wheels slips, and
And then
then
they
it
become-
changes the power to go to other wheel.
I know there's a difference between all-wheel and 4-wheel.
Yep.
You just sounded like you broke it down a lot easier than I would be able to. So what is the difference between a 4x4 and an all-wheel? You just said all-wheel pretty much.
So again, the all-wheel drive is primarily a 2-wheel drive
Yep.
until one of those drive wheels slips, whether
Yep.
it's the front or the rear wheel drive, depending on what vehicle you're driving.
Right.
It then will apply the brake onto that slipping wheel, which then the computer will resend the power to the wheels that aren't slipping.
Okay.
So there's a lag there. 4-wheel drive, when you engage it in 4-wheel drive, all 4 wheels are getting power all the time.
Okay.
So then you have momentum
Well then, so let me ask you this. For your type of vehicles, which are adventure vehicles,
Yep.
we're going to call a spade a spade. You love the 4x4 aspect over an all-wheel.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ones that do your 4x4 conversions are Quigley, and the other one is
Quad van.
Here
in Portland.
Okay, the quad van is the one that's on the West Coast. Quigley's on the East Coast, I guess.
Yep.
A lot of yours are actually through quad van, I believe.
Yeah, because they're down the street.
Right,
They're
so-
20 minutes away.
So you're friends with them.
Yeah.
And they obviously do fantastic jobs, and I believe the warranties are still intact with
Yep.
both
Yeah,
companies.
he's got a full. So basically, he primarily takes an F-150 Raptor front end and bolts it to the front of the van.
So these things are beasts.
They're pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we haven't tested them super heavy. We're building a demo rig right now, so we'll be able to really test. We're also working on an additional 2-inch lift for that one as well for the guys that want to, take that van
Yeah.
places, but they don't make a lot of those anymore. So
The old school Eco lines?
yeah, so they don't make the Econoline anymore in a full body like that. So you've got to find a used one and convert it, which isn't a big deal.
I mean, the old Econo lines are great though.
They're so. I mean, how can you not love that?
That thing is amazing.
Yeah. You get a lot of.
I mean,
thumbs up.
that's why it's your van. That's
Yeah.
you have an Ecoline, yeah. What I found really fascinating with you was you don't do any of the super highs, the super high roofs or the high roofs.
No, really trying to focus on economy. These vans are stupid expensive. Our vans starting are still around $70,000 for the build and a van. That's all in.
That's all in,
That's all
built out,
For
electrical,
for a basic 2-wheel drive, built out, sleeps 4, it's got the fridge.
basic.
Yeah.
And then it can go upwards of whatever from there.
Exactly. That's still a ton of money. If you're looking at custom can quickly get into the 6 figures for just a 2-wheel drive
Easily.
van. Very quickly and very easily. So with our designs, we're really trying to make things easily built and easily converted so we can have fast turnaround and bring the cost down so people can get into vans at a more affordable price, but still have the quality, still have
Right.
the accessibility and things like that.
Can we go, let's go
Yeah.
step into this guy.
Yeah.
You have all this stuff laid on the table
Yeah,
here.
so we're finishing this van up. It was all put together yesterday, and we tore it all apart to do final finishing.
Wait, you had it already built?
Yeah.
Did you really? Why? You had it built and then you ripped it out?
We test fit everything.
Okay.
So we make sure everything fits perfectly. Then we do a final sand and coat to make sure everything is all perfect, and then we reassemble everything.
Wow. That's how like custom like choppers are
Yeah,
made. Yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of
Not
crazy.
the most efficient, but we know it's going to last. We know
Yeah.
it's going to be done a specific way, and most importantly, durability is important, but I don't want people to come back and be like, why is this wearing out?
True story.
It's a selfish move.
What did you use on the countertops?
So this is Russian Baltic birch right here, and it's a laminate that we use on the top and the bottom. So the customers can choose any of the finishes, and then the back is laminated white, top is laminated the customer's choice, and then we'll match the grains if they want, so it looks all nice and pretty, like it's all bookended. And then we got all dovetailed drawers here.
I saw that. It's really well done.
Thank you. And then a big one is we use positive locking latches.
What is that? Positive locking.
So this will not open until you press the button and pull it.
Oh wow.
So if you get into a crash or a rollover or something,
Yeah.
you're not going to have knives and forks flying around.
Yeah, we don't want that. What is this? I like this top over here. What was it? Just another laminate?
Yeah, so again, this is just a countertop. We're finishing the ends, right? So we're clear coating all the ends. We do 3 coats of a conversion varnish here.
Cool.
But yeah, this is just kind of a nice laminate on top. Again, white on the bottom.
I find this interesting. I mentioned that you only do the mid roofs.
Yeah.
In your vans.
That's where we're going when I went off on that rant.
No, I know but you and I are similar height.
Yep.
We won't say. Well, I guess we will say we're both
Extra medium.
extra medium.
Medium.
We are 5'8" on a sunny day after
Yep.
it rains.
Yep.
You and I fit in here really nicely, actually.
Yeah, so being a
I'm gonna
tall
step in with you.
5'8".
Being a tall
So
5'8".
We have another couple fingers, 3-4 fingers.
And this is just the mid roof.
Yeah, and so that's where we're going. So the medium
Yeah.
roof. So all we're focusing on right now is the long wheelbase medium roof Ford Transit. Get about 5'10", 5'11" of headroom in here. So for the majority of people that are under 5'11", it's fine. We actually have people that we've got an NHL player that's about to sign up for one. He's 6'6",
Jeez.
and he bought his own. He bought an all-wheel drive. He bought a medium roof.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want all that extra height up top. I want to be able to cruise down forest roads. I want to be able to maybe fit into my garage. He just sees the value of having a lower roof.
Nice.
Which a lot of people do. But this one's really common. So we can find them everywhere, and you're not fighting people over, it's that one configuration that I want. So again, it makes them more available. and keeps the cost down, which is kind of nice.
Your setup for your counters are all, I guess, aluminum out. Is this 80/20 or is this your own?
This is 80/20. And originally we used 80/20 just for prototyping. And we were going to go to a full aluminum framed, welded, powder coated. But the 80/20 is so solid.
It is. It's expensive.
It is expensive.
It is expensive, but you did a good job.
Thanks. What's nice is that, so if you buy the van and say you live 2,000 miles away and you want to do a configuration change, you've got the ability of doing this.
You do.
Where if it's welded aluminum, that's powder coated. If it's actual normal cabinetry style plywood or solid wood, you can't just break things apart. And so we wanted everything where you could unbolt it from the vehicle and put it into another vehicle if you ever get into a wreck. We also wanted it where if someone was at home and let's say they spilt wine everywhere and it looked horrible, they were able to, redo it themselves pretty
cool.
easy. And super durable. So we bolt them through the floor in 4 places. We bolt them to the factory bolts as well that the van comes with. So I mean, they literally don't.
You're shaking us. You're shaking us.
They don't move. And the same with this one as well. We bolt to the top here in 3 places, and then here as well. I mean, there's just no.
That ain't moving.
Yeah. So for us, we've got kids, and so we have a lot of adventurous kind of families that want to get into a van. And with the RV industry, you get into a car accident, and quickly you're in a blender.
Yep.
Not good.
Not good.
So we just really wanted to make sure that they were extra strong and basically just a roll cage. So
I actually found you from my friend Jason.
That's right.
Off-grid Solutions.
Yep.
You've now, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
We partnered.
Partnered. There you go. You partnered with Jason.
I don't even know if that's the right word.
Yeah, but we're gonna.
Say
that
we'll
works.
Jason later.
Jason's now doing all of your electricals.
Yeah. So here we go. So everybody's got their own kind of demands on what they want for an electrical system. With this kind of being borrowed from the rental market, then being adapted to what we like to do, which is more kind of overlandy. We also build all our vans to be able to expand. So you can buy a base van, and everything is already pre-wired if you want to go inverter, if you want to go more batteries, if you want to go heater, if you want to go solar. We pre-run solar in 2 places.
Nice.
To the roof and to the side for a portable one.
Wow.
You always have those options. I think a big thing with people buying a custom van is that it's a huge catalog.
Yeah.
You can put everything in a house in a van. That quickly puts you at $250,000 if you want it all. A lot of people might want that, but they might want a van today, and I can live without an inverter for a year or 2, or maybe you might not even need one.
I know a lot of people that don't even have them.
Exactly.
They run everything 12.
And that's what we do. So we run everything 12. We do run AC power to charge the batteries for shore power.
Okay.
The batteries also charge off the alternator, and then solar if you want to add solar. But we also have the ability of having AC power when you're hooked up to shore power.
Okay.
So let's say, you've got a 12-volt van and you're just at a friend's house or you're at an RV park or a campground or whatever, you can still plug in and then you'll still have a hot 110.
That's interesting.
So if you need to do any of that stuff.
I mean, your main focus is adventuring.
Yeah.
Adventure vans.
Yep.
People can live out of these.
For sure.
But your focus is like, we're going to get people out for a week at a time, a weekend, maybe a month at a time.
Yeah. So I think the longest someone has taken one of the vans either rented or sold to them has been maybe 2 months.
Okay.
3 months.
That's pretty legit.
And that was, cross-country trip. And we also wanted the vans to be daily drivable, but also maybe a work van. Everything, this one doesn't have L-Track, but all of our other vans are optioned with L-Track. The seat that goes here is a jackknife seat. No, that's right over there. Gets you a 7-foot long, 4-foot wide bed, as well as a seat with 3 seat belts. And then we have an upper bunk as well, which is a 6-foot wide, 6-foot long bed also that is 3 platforms.
Jeez.
So you can still sleep, a family of 4 in here in beds, and then you still have almost 6 feet of clearance between the seat base and up there for dogs or anything else you want.
I think Gretchen just showed back up with a one of your rentals.
Oh, we got another one.
Yeah, I don't know which one is that one.
This
Bravo.
is a 2-wheel drive. And
Gronk showed up too?
Gronk.
Delta in the middle.
Yep.
I've got Bravo right here.
Yep.
And now I've got
This is Gronk.
Gronk is on the far end over there. It looks like I don't want to.
And these guys just got back. You guys
Yeah.
have a good trip? Awesome. This one is a 2011.
All
or
pop tops.
2012.
All
Yep.
Sportmobile pop tops?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's one thing that's so great about Sportsmobile is they have the pop top. The pop top's just an awesome thing for summer camping.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just probably a little dirty because it just came back, but no, customers kept it really clean.
The customers
Just
kept
a
it
lot
great.
Of, a lot of standing.
I think Gretchen
room.
was cleaning while we were talking.
Oh, was she?
What did you do to this one?
Storage areas.
Do you remember?
Definitely put the heater in. Upgraded the battery system.
So this is forever ago. This was like 4 years ago what I'm sitting in right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Wow, this thing's been a workhorse for you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So Alpha and Charlie are both gone?
Alpha was our first one, obviously. That one was sold. Charlie was sold. Echo got rolled. Yeah, but
By a customer?
By customer. But it's a good story. The roll wasn't that bad.
Okay.
The insurance company still totaled it. This is in Tri-Cities, which is...
Were they okay?
Yeah, everybody's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no issues at all. And then a guy in Tri-Cities bought it,
Wow.
restored it. He's from Baja, Mexico, where Gretchen and I spend a ton of time. Drove his family back down there.
No way.
Yeah, so it's still living, which is cool.
Hey man, maybe I'll just get an Ecolad as Ghost 3.
Yeah, for sure. There
Yeah,
you go. They're fun.
I don't know. Every time I step into these vans, man, it's like I might not do Ghost 3 what I want to do Ghost 3 as.
Oh man, we're changing.
No,
Changing
I
his
won't.
mind.
I won't. I want my. I'm not gonna say because this video is gonna come out before I'm getting it, so I still want to keep everybody on edge.
Oh, nice. What's he gonna get?
What's he gonna get? What's he gonna get? What is Ghost 3?
Would you say you're getting? It's a Honda minivan. Is that what it is?
Honda, yeah, the Odyssey, yeah, the Odyssey, yeah.
With the integrated vacuum, right?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Oh, of course. It's gonna be
perfect.
the 2020 Odyssey. Yep.
Very ghosty.
They're very ghosty, yeah. Well, dude, man, I freaking love everything you guys got going on. You got
Thank you.
Roamerica, you got Act.
Burn a lot of hours. I mean, we're up a lot. We don't sleep much, especially with kids and a business or
But
two.
is it all work when you love what you do?
Yeah, it's still work for sure. For sure. But it's something but honestly, the people that are attracted to this type of business, employees we have, and the people we meet make it so worth it.
Next time I see you on my channel, I believe that you and I are gonna go camping.
Yeah.
With the family or
let me
whoever.
show you the 4-wheel drive Transit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, the
Yeah.
one that's empty right now.
Yep.
Just so everybody can see height comparison wise, that's his personal rig, and then this is the Transit, mid-roof Transit.
Mid-roof Transit.
This is how much of a lift on this?
Probably like a 6-inch.
6-inch lift, obviously 4x4 converted,
Yep. Yep.
which is crazy. It's beautiful.
And then, so this is the 4-wheel drive Transit. It's kind of hard to see. It's got the little stock wheels on it and everything, so it doesn't.
It's got the little
have
stock
the-
wheels, so.
have the massive look it will in a few weeks. So that's a 4-wheel drive one.
Okay, and this is going to be part of your fleet, like you
Yeah,
said.
this will be our demo van. This one's codenamed Papa. Got all the rough electrical in right now.
Yeah, it looks good.
And so
This is like bare bones.
Yeah, and so we pulled the electrical, we put the windows and the fans in.
Okay. You got the swivels coming in?
Yeah, they'll have more than one seat, and that'll be a very similar setup to what is in the shop right now. It's getting finished up. We'll be able to take this one out and take it for a rip.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what,
I was trying to have you come with me with my new rig.
Oh yeah, we need more people.
Yeah, we can do that. We can get it. We got Mini Ghost right behind you, which is my.
Is that yours?
That's
thing
my
is
borrowed
awesome.
vehicle right now.
Awesome.
That's Mini Ghost.
That thing is so rad. That'll go almost anywhere, but the highway.
I mean, I took the highway here and it was tough.
A little buzzy.
It was tough. Dude, next time we're coming on, next time you're on the channel, we're gonna go out camping. I might take this one and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Great.
You're about to sell me on it and then I'm gonna give you a fat check is pretty much what it's gonna come down to.
We'll finance you. We have financing. We'll finance.
Oh yeah. That was okay. We can end it there. Do you have financing?
We do. Yeah.
So you work with a bank. So many people ask, how do you finance these things?
Yeah, because they're stupid expensive.
They are.
So yeah, so we work with a local bank. So right now it's only available for people in the Portland area because it's a credit union.
Okay.
We're working on national financing, so pretty much
Hey.
anyone can. do it.
I know there's a lot of Portlandians. Is that even a word?
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of
Portlandos.
Portlandos. I know there's a lot of people here in the Portland area that
Yep.
would love to get into one of these. So, especially as a venture
And it's
vehicles.
RV financing, so it's like 15-year terms. So it makes your payment somewhat.
Awesome, dude. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks to
coming out.
Gretchen. I think Gretchen's dealing with some customers right now that we're finishing up with Gronk. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Later.